As a GOP member of the House Ways and Means Committee, Representative Tom Reed of New York helped write it. Sir, now you have to help sell it. What do you think is going to be your biggest challenge here?
Well, I think obviously we still got some work to do, but overall, it's going to sell itself. This is about hardworking Americans keeping more of their money, and that's the right policy, and that's about growth. That's about letting them keep their money and spend it on their families.
Well, in a wonderful, perfect world, you would be absolutely right. But the home builders and anyone in the National Association of Realtors world is furious. They've already put out a bunch of notices on this saying we don't like it. Why? Because it eliminates some of that opportunity to consistently deduct mortgage interest from tax returns. In fact, we can look at some of the home builders right now and you can see that they're in the red. What would you say to them right now?
Well, you know, I was working with the home builders, and the idea of the credit in regards to what we were going to do on mortgage and the SALT issue, the state and local tax issue, that was something that was intriguing to me, and I was trying to carry some of that water. But we went to the deduction side. At the end of the day, we're going to be able to work out these differences, and when the economy's growing, people build a lot of homes. People buy a lot of homes. And this is about unleashing that middle class of America to make those investments that are going to grow the economy. And I think at the end of the day, they'll be very happy.
You know what I think? I think that the market likes it. It also likes Jerome Powell as the pick for Federal Reserve. We're now up 80 points, the high of the session, folks, up 81. Congressman, it certainly expands benefits for the middle class. That is exactly what President Trump said he would do. It does, however, hit the wealthy. Anybody above 1 million is in a pretty high tax rate, 39.6%. I'm so curious to know, that's people who make 1 million or more. Why didn't you guys even look at eliminating the carried interest, which is a 15% rate for multi-millionaires and billionaires, mostly private equity, some hedge funds, but why was that not even on the table?
Well, you know, that is on the table. We got to get to the finish line here, and that's going to be part of that conversation.
It's not even mentioned. Is it really on the table now?
Well, as we get into the details, as we get to the finish line, I think that's going to be addressed, and rightfully so. But at the end of the day, this is about middle-class America, hard-working taxpayers. You know, the wealthy are doing, in my opinion, very well right now. And if they grow the economy, we grow the economy, you get that small business America growing, they're going to do just fine, and they're going to continue to do just fine. I'm hearing the voices of the people back home.
Okay.
That's the voice I'm carrying here.
So that's news. You say that carried interest may be discussed as you fine-tune it. Speaking of fine-tuning, how do you think it'll score? It's got to be at or below $1.5 trillion. I saw somewhere that Kevin Brady says it right now comes out to 1.1 trillion or 1.51 trillion. Tell me.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think the bean counters, because we were, working this right up to the last minute. Bean counters came in at 1.51, which means it's a little bit over, but that's about fine-tuning this bill, and I think we can bridge that as we go into the markup come Monday.
It's going to be interesting, but you got to stuff what appears to be a $5 trillion tax cut into $1.5 trillion bucket. Tell me not to be skeptical about that.
Well, I think it can get there. I mean, we're doing $5 trillion worth of tax cuts, but you're also doing $4.0 trillion of broadeners, and we'll get there. This is about working the details. Bottom line, we're delivering for the American people.
I think it is fair to say that the House GOP came through with exactly what President Trump had promised, a tax cut for the middle class, again, 20% rate for corporations, and the wealthy might pay a little more. That's what he said. I, meaning him, would pay a little more. Congressman Tom Reed, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.